Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and welcome to the Sunday Show, the Sunny Sunday Show. If you have any sun earrings, or you have a sun necklace, or if you have a sun psychic, this is the place to be on Sunday mornings. So, welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Some people get up early. I love it when you get up early. And it's a very cold and rainy day here in my neck of the woods. I live just outside of Washington, D.C., and I heard some uh, ice hitting the window this morning. And I thought, it couldn't be. It couldn't be, but it was. It's like off and on. It changes from rain to ice very quickly. Hi, Christine Thomas. Hi, Wiz Like Keeper. Hi, Brina. So nice to see you all. Thank you all for being here. And I just wanted to remind everyone that I will be on with Val from Dragonfly Crystals later on today. And I'm checking my schedule. It's at 2:30. And, her and I always have such amazing discussions and spirit led information that goes back and forth. Also, tomorrow at 2 p.m., I have Ginny joining me for some readings. And Ginny B, and she is just phenomenal, fabulous. And we always have so much fun together. And that's tomorrow at 2. And then tomorrow at 4, we have the Wisdom Circle. Now, we are going to be simulcasting, and the Wisdom Circle, we each take a turns on presenting a format, and I am going to be doing the presentation. Let me just get to the spot where I can tell you what it's called. I'm doing the presentation on Monday, and it is the search for meaning and connection. And this talk that I'm going to be, or demonstration, or information that I'm going to be sharing with everybody on the Wisdom Circle on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's about finding out that we're more than just humans here on earth, and what that means, and how we find that, and why all of this is happening to us now, and why didn't we know about this until recently. And just a little bit of a deep dive as to the changes in the frequency and vibration, and just understanding what our purpose is here as souls living in a human container here on earth. And it's not going to be too heavy. It's going to be pretty light, but it's a very, it has a lot of information. And this talk that I just spoke about is something that I did at the psychic fair. I had a psychic fair this past fall, and I did a workshop. And when I was in that workshop, I said, there was maybe like 40 people there, and the room held 70, so it looked like maybe half the room or something. And so I said, how many people here know that you are a soul living in a human body having a human experience? And like 90% of the people raised their hand. And I was shocked. I was like, you do? Really? I was like, it gave me such hope, such inspiration, such comfort to know that 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 and when I did the talk and the presentation, I knew that the subjects and the terminology that I was going to refer to is excuse me, they were going to be able to understand it. Like sometimes, if somebody has never heard of that before, doesn't know, you have to really, go through and explain it. But I just went through, and it was so invigorating. And I would like talk about some of the topics, and then bam, a story would come up. And it was so much fun. I was, me, I can get a little emotional and a little excitable, I guess you would call it, yeah, and passionate, I guess you would call it. And it was so much fun. So I couldn't wait. I told Priscilla, I said, I really want to do that talk because it meant so much to me. It was so, it just rolled off the tongue, and it was something that was very encouraging and uplifting. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And please do come on over and to the Crone Zone and check it out. And if not, make sure you come back in the and watch the after the playback, because it's a beautiful presentation and it's very close to my heart. It's sort of like sums up everything that I believe in and that I'm passionate about. So it was lots of fun. Thank you, Christine Thomas. You're so sweet. I am going to be doing readings for everybody today, but did you also see my show with Sarah from Hibiscus Healing yesterday? I did a little bit of an interview, just a little bit of back and forth. And Linda Butterfly Readings connected Sarah and I, and she kept telling Sarah, "You should contact Jean. You guys would be great together." And so we did meet, and with Linda there, or because of Linda, we met. And I was really surprised. She and I have so many things in common. And I loved all of her. If you watch the show, she has like all of her little crystals and sprays and incense, and it's just and just so many things are very similar background. But I loved learning more about her, and she's going to come back, and we're going to do a show with readings for you guys in January. Hi, Kelly Bach. Nice to see you. And Carolyn Loving Life. Yeah, she said she watched the replay and it was really good. It was fun. It's fun getting to know different people. We had Carolyn on, and she was telling us about her journey and about how she got to be who she is today, and how her spiritual awakening has changed her life and her experience with that. I think it's really important for us to know that we're not alone, that, to whatever degree we are, and if you're here watching this, you're definitely on your spiritual journey, but it wherever we are on our journey is exactly where we need to be, and we can find other like-minded individuals that can help us out along the way, or that can just share their same story. You're like, you know what, that happened to me when I was young and I forgot all about that. That could have been what this is all about. It's just sharing information really does open up the possibilities. It gives others the permission to grow and expand and to uh, walk on their spiritual journey with confidence, knowing that it's not just them. Yeah. All right. So if you all would like to put in any questions, just kindly put them in caps. I would like to try and focus on mediumship and or specific questions. So that's what I would love to do today. Let me see if there's. Do any of you enjoy um, what is it called? Essential oils. I am very much a fan of essential oils and aromatherapy. I, you know, it really does stimulate or calm or invigorate. It really does make a difference. And the sense of smell is really overlooked and taken for granted when it's very much a huge it's a way of receiving information, and it's a way of healing. I just I love it. And it's not perfume, but it's like a, oh, look, Andrew says he loves essential oils too. Very nice. Very nice. Yep. It's it is very healing, and I have not taken an official course, but I have dabbled a lot in the different types of essential oils and used them in conjunction with, healing modalities and things like that. That's something that I don't talk about a lot on my show because I do so many readings. I also have a background in healing. I did Reiki 1, 2, and 3. And I also did shamanic energy healing for 3 years. So I have a huge, healing background as well. And I did crystal healing. It's all in this aromatherapy, sound healing. It's all connected, you guys. It's not just one thing over here, one thing over there. It's all about our multisensory, about lifting and healing the body through frequency and energy and different types of therapies or methods to help support the container that our soul is in. And it's really important for us to take care of ourselves and to get some sort of body work, some sort of energy work done. There's so many people on this in this community that do this type of work, and I would highly encourage it. So let me just take a minute. Thank you, Christine. Girl, I don't know how I forget what time zone you're in, but thank you so much. Yep. Mm-hmm. And Andrew said I would love to learn how to make them properly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Those oh look, Kelly says she uses the bath bombs and candles. The essential oil bath bombs and the essential oil candles are really beautiful. Um Wonderful. Gwen, I see you. Susan Wolf, I see you. And Crown Your Roots said she just sprayed a lavender oil today. You know, it's really I think I think it's a I mean, I don't think it's a movement, but I think that there's a lot of people. There's um a lot of information and influence about these natural or alternative healing modalities coming into play right now that's becoming more and more accessible. And being reminded of it, I can look for an aromatherapist to bring on and talk to us about that. I do see that. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm just looking for some questions here. I've got a couple here. So, Crown Your Roots is first, and after Crown Your Roots is Kelly Bach. We'll get started. I'll only be on for about an hour today, so we'll try and do as much as we can. Oh, wait. So, Kelly says, yes, I make candles. And oh, you make candles and bath bombs with them for your own use because you don't want commercial fragrance oil products, right? That commercial it's doesn't I just don't resonate with it. It's very off-putting for me. I'm highly sensitive. just just ask my family. I'm highly sensitive. So if something rubs me the wrong way, I stay very far away from it. But that's good that you make them, Kelly, for yourself and for others. All right, so Crown Your Roots is first and Kelly's question is second. Thank you for being here so early. Anything coming through for me? Okay. All right. So I'm just going to do an energy reading for you. And this is the first one. So it's going to take me a minute to get into my altered state of consciousness. I do see you being diligent in your thoughts and your energy. And I do feel as though you're waving in and out, back and forth, and that's natural and normal. But I do feel as though you, what I say is, let's say you found out that your um, grandmother was ill. And so that is an emotional energy that comes onto you. And when we're in our optimal state, we are balanced, we are strong and centered. And then let's say we find out that our grandmother is ill, and that like really upsets us and really knocks us for, you know, knocks us off of our center. And we're very upset and we feel vulnerable. And we get like this sort of knocking off of our center and getting um, unbalanced and not grounded. So, what it is there's a muscle that we all have that allows us to go from a state of unbalance back to our center. And it's that muscle, whatever that muscle is, that pulls us back into our normal state of being, is where we need to practice and um, sort of exercise that. And the way we exercise that is through guided meditations, personal meditations, listening to like Reiki music or sound bowls or Indian flute music, any kind of music like that, and work on our chakras and our auric field, strengthening our energy balance and balancing and strengthening our energy centers, um, so that our body is reminded each day, a couple of days a week, our body is reminded of what our optimal state is, what our optimal conditioning is, so that when something comes along and we are devastated and we're knocked off our center, that muscle that brings us right back to where we need to be is sort of like an automatic memory, like a muscle memory. And we know to come right back here, and you feel like very serene and calm moving through these otherwise um, tragic circumstances. And this is really important for all of us to know, has a lot to do with the future frequency and vibration in humanity. We're all going to be working on our own personal energy, and then having that ripple out and surrounding ourselves with that energy, with other energies that support our energy. We're going to be more mindful of our energy body. So this is what I feel for you. Um, Crown your roots. I feel as though you do have a good practice, and um, but I do feel as though you feel like you're slipping off, or that you're feeling unbalanced or ungrounded from time to time, and you may be having it may be taking you a little bit longer than what you like to come back to your center. So I would work on just practicing. There's beautiful 10-15 minute guided meditations for strengthening your chakras. I would start there until you're used to doing it yourself, and then you can go through and do this at any place, anytime that you have, 5 or 10 minutes to yourself. Um, I am also holding an event on December the 28th. It's a Sunday, and it is a chakra healing workshop. Let me just make sure that's the name of it. Yep, chakra healing workshop. That's December 28th. And we'll be going over talking about the chakras, what the colors are, why the colors are what they are, how they work, and what they affect, and how to strengthen them, balance them, and how that affects your auric field, and how to maintain that energy. And then we're going to go through a guide. I'm going to take you on a guided meditation of a chakra healing. And we'll go through each one of the chakras to go through that healing process. And so the first half is information and learning about it. The second half is the guided meditation. So it's going to be really fun. And it's fundamental. It's really important that we learn about this. So I hope that was helpful for you, Crown Your Roots. And thank you for asking your question. I'm sorry, it was Kelly. Kelly says, I would love to get a message from my ancestors. Thank you. So they're coming in and telling me again that they're always around you and that you can find your ancestors in the eyes of your friends and family around you, that they reincarnate with you, that they're not just held in this, forever spot of, afterlife, that they come in and they are surrounding us again. And they're bringing me back to your soul family, um, that we reincarnate with our soul family, uh, each lifetime. They're saying, so what I hear them say is they struggled. I feel like there is some, um, you know, throughout history, there's been different groups of people who have had gone through oppression, and I feel as though they're saying that they've had this struggle as well. And I know that some of us may be feeling this today, and they're saying that it's a new opportunity to renew and to stand up and to strengthen our sense of self. Like maybe we were a little complacent, or maybe we were not really paying attention to our own integrity and our own responsibility in community. Maybe we were just going through life and not realizing that collecting material things was not the point of life. Like it's almost, they're saying that this is another opportunity in this incarnation for us to really find the fundamentals of what's important in life, why we're all here on this earth. And they're saying this is a gentle reminder for you. So that was very interesting. I hope that made sense for you, Kelly. Interesting. Thanks, Donna. Good, good. Yeah. See, Crown Your Roots said, completely understand that. Still healing traumas. Yep. That, and it's just practicing with that muscle. Just practicing with that muscle. Okay. So let's go. Let me just go back over here. Let's go with Gwen and then we'll go with Megan. Gwen and then Megan. So she would love to have a message from her daughter, Tanya. Oh my gosh. Gwen, I'm so sorry. So she comes through with a little bit of authority. Was she like an old soul? Because she's coming through almost like as your mentor. Was she, she's telling me she was here to teach you. She was here to guide you. I feel as though you learned a lot about yourself, and through being her mother. I was surprised. I was trying to look for or connect to a daughter energy, and she's coming through with a little bit more of authority. Um, she wants you to know that she is okay, that she is very safe. I do feel as though she has like matriarch or divine feminine energy um, around her soul. She is an advanced soul. Um, she's just coming through with like reverence and authority. Does that make any sense to you, Gwen? I should have asked if you guys were here. So I'm going to put that on pause until Gwen gets back to me, only because I need to have that that point of validation in order to continue. Oh, here. No. Okay. Um, and Kelly says about her ancestor, she said, yes, my family experienced genocide against the Christians in Syria, but my relatives alive today seem to have forgotten. Mm-hmm. Yep, that resonates. That resonates. Um, yeah, so we'll wait for Gwen to come back to validate that. And you know what, you guys, there's this like little live button. It's like a red line. And sometimes you guys are just a few minutes behind. And try and remember to hit that live button so you're all caught up. So Megan Vaughn is next. Oh, here she is. See? I think she's just a little bit behind. She said yes, and I learned a lot from being her mom. Thank you for doing that, Gwen. You're here. I'm glad you're here. Okay. She said that she's in awe of your strength, Gwen. She is she's she I don't know if this makes sense, but she's just saying she didn't realize the sacrifice that you made for her. And I feel as though you may have put your life on hold, or you put your uh wants and desires on hold for her. And she just wants to thank you for the sacrifices that you made for her. She's she does keep you in her heart, and she knows that she will always live in your heart. I see that you have some of her things in a precious stored away in a precious box, and she's just she loves that you cherish these things even though you don't have a lot. And it's she's saying you have my energy just through your heart and your thoughts. It doesn't have to be a lot of things. Does she have children? She's talking about your grandchildren. Did she ever have children, Gwen? Let me just see. And um, so, Tanya, are you talking about your own children? Are you talking about your are you talking about your nieces and nephews, the grandchildren? I think she's talking about your grandchildren, Gwen. Um, I don't know if it's her children or just your grandchildren, but she's saying that she does know that they're there. Do you have grandchildren, Gwen? Try and be patient, since I think you might be just a few minutes behind. You, okay. Yes, one son. So she had one son, and that would be your grandchild. And she's talking about this, and she's saying that you connect to her through her child, and it's not a replacement, but she wants to thank you for being there for him. And she's saying, he's my heart. Yep. So she was your only child, and she had one child. Yep. Hmm. She's saying that she does visit him in his dreams. And I don't think that you see him as often as you'd like, but when you do get together, she loves the togetherness, and she does come around when you guys get together. And she knows he has his own life, and but she's really uh, Tanya is really happy that you are there for him, and that you are the family that he may have very little family, but you're his family. um, and you guide him. She just wants to thank you for that. I don't know, is he getting married? Or she said that I don't know if he's going to be having children soon. But she said that we will go on. I feel like he's going to have children of his own if he doesn't already. And yeah, hopefully, I don't know when, but that's what she said. Well, thank you very much, Gwen. And Tanya is amazing the way she came through with this really authoritative and like all knowing, and this really strong presence that she was your teacher, and she came through and gave me that message. And uh, it wouldn't be something I would ordinarily say, so I'm glad that made sense to you. She was very, very amazing individual, a beautiful soul, and I'm sure that you miss her dearly. Well, thank you very much, Gwen. All right, so is Megan Vaughn here? Oh, oh, okay. She said her grandchild is gay and is not in a relationship. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, Megan, you're still here. Thank you. So Megan says, I would greatly appreciate a reading if you have time for me. Okay, so um, let's do an energy reading for Megan. I feel like, Megan, you have psychic abilities, really strong intuition. Perhaps you may work with oracle cards or tarot cards. I feel like you have your own personal practice. Um, this is something that you've always been interested in. This is something that it's almost like you remember. I feel like you may have been a psychic or did this type of work in a past life, and it's almost like you're remembering, like all of this sounds and feels familiar to you. Um, and you do doubt yourself, which we all do in the beginning, but you have these sign synchronicities, dreams, things that are just undeniable that happen to you that point you into this direction. And it's not only you, there's many of us. They call it waking up and becoming more aware of the energy around us and the influences around us. So they do want you to step forward with this. I do feel as though you've been on this journey for a little while, though. Ah, she says, yes, she's a tarot reader, just started your own business. Good for you. Good for you. And it may develop into different, like, you may want to get into sound therapy, you may want to get into aromatherapy if you already haven't. Like, it's not just one lane. It's not like you're going to put a sign out, you have a label, tarot reader. It's not just, that's not just who you are. That's where your strength is. And they're also telling me about dowsing. Do you do dowsing? And with a pendulum or with the dowsing rods, um, with the L rods, I think they call them. You may be able to pick up on spirits who have not crossed over yet and clearing homes. This, do I think you can feel energies and I guess they call them disincarnate uh, souls or something. You can feel when energies are around. I do feel you're very good with pets. You may have like a telepathic way of communicating with pets and animals, but you're multidimensional, Megan. And I can, now that you're starting your own business, I do recognize that you're confident in that. And to, um, it's almost like give yourself permission. It's like you don't have to, um, It it's like, remember that this is who you've always been, and it's your soul remembering. Your soul's strongest desire is coming through and wanting to practice in that way, and wanting to get more and more into that energy, because this is the way, this is the direction of humanity, is going to be moving into a more energetic, more of a lighter, frequency, where we're all going to be communicating with some sort of a telepathic or energetic communication. And all of the old systems, the education system, the just everything. I don't want to name everything. You guys all know what it is. Um, and they're going to be looking for different ways of learning, different ways of experiencing and growing, in spiritually, in many different ways. And they're all going to be looking for people like you and I to help to guide them. So did you have, oh, good. Okay. Um, Hi, Leona. Thanks, Leona, for the assist. You're cute. Um, yes, I've been aware of my own abilities since childhood. Oh, you're a medium psychic pendulum down. Oh my gosh. Good for you, Megan. Yeah, I feel like I can see you like, "Whoop," like there's nobody there, but you can feel, you can sense the energy. It's like somebody walked in the room, but you don't see anybody, but you can sense them. That's very, very, just, I mean, hopefully, I think that you do believe that, but if you don't believe that, like, give yourself you don't have to have like a label. Just know that you have all of these. It's like your soul is remembering. Your soul was this in past lives over and over again. And this is again in this life. So you have this remembering. And they say, oh, it comes natural to you, but it's not really, I mean, and that's kind of what we call it, but it's really like your soul has done this before. That's why it's natural. That's why, like, when young little 5 or 6 year old kids can play piano like um, like a professional pianist. And but it's not that they learned, it's because I feel it's their soul had that experience in a past life that they carried over that ability. um so I hope that I really enjoyed connecting with your energy. So come back again if there's anything specific. I don't know if you were just saying, I wonder if she can tell I'm a psychic and a medium. I wonder if she can tell. But it came through really strong and clear. So please do have, and I do feel as though you have a keen sense in the greater good. You have you're here for a reason. You're going to help a lot of people. And it's important for you to give yourself the permission to step into that role fully without feeling like what do they call it? Imposter syndrome. Don't even give it a second thought. You are who you are. You're very authentic, and just believe in yourself. And don't try and like don't dim your light for anybody. Say who you are and be proud of who you are. And I think that you do that. But thank you very much, Megan Vaughn, and please do come back again and ask me more questions. Your energy was really very clear and very strong. Okay. All right. I don't know if I said who was next. Susan Wolf, are you here? And Carolyn Loving Life, if you're still here. And just click on that little red live button and make sure you guys are caught up. She says, thank you so much. It was amazing. Everything was resonant. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. And thanks. Thanks for coming by. Because sometimes I'd like to know that. Okay, Susan is here and Carolyn is here. So it's Susan and then Carolyn. Thank you. So Susan would love any messages. So this is a energy reading for you, Susan. Let me just Susan, I think it's important that you take time for self care and work on reducing the stress. I know that every human on earth right now is under a lot of stress, but for you specifically to work on reducing the stress, I'm not sure if you're not sleeping at night. There's something in your balance, in your energy that is just a little bit off. I'm not sure if you're like fighting a really bad cold or if you've been getting headaches and I don't know what it is. I just feel that your energy is a little bit off, that you're struggling to sort of get back into that optimal health. Um, and this is like like you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or I don't know if you stay up too late, or if you're not sleeping right, or if you're something is off in your rhythm. And if you had a death in the family or something, this could be the reason why or something. But they just want you to work on your self-care, work on getting the proper rest, proper nutrition, proper hydration, stay away from and sometimes if we eat a lot of sugar or drink a lot of wine or something during the holidays, that can throw us off. But they do want you to make sure that you put yourself in as a priority and look after yourself. And if something's not right, find people to help you to figure out what it is and to correct that and remedy that. There's no need to suffer and to so I'm not sure if that makes sense. Oh, you have MS. And does it flare up? Because I feel like there's like a flare up. Like when you eat certain things, does it flare up? Because I feel like you have to take care of yourself. And if you don't, then it really flares up. I think it not comes and goes. Obviously you have it, but I think that symptoms come in and out. Um, They do want you to do some meditation. Ask your spirit guides, angels for healing when you go to bed at night. And some of these healing modalities will really help you in managing uh, the symptoms. Aromatherapy, sound therapy, Reiki, these types of things will really help to support. And also, my friend, I don't know if you know Daphne, Relax with Daphne. If you go over to her channel, she does meditations to help support people with different challenges in life. And we just did a show together yesterday, and you can go back and listen to that. In the very beginning, she describes exactly what she does, and she helps to support people who are going through a difficult time, and it's for many different reasons. So and she does Reiki, and they do a meditation, a group meditation, and it would be for you to help you with your MS. And this is exponentially supporting your health. um, but yeah, I would definitely reach out to Daphne with and we just did a show together yesterday, and her YouTube channel is Relax with Daphne. And yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Relaxation, I feel as though if you listen to music that relaxes you, whether it's singing bowl music, or the crystal bowls, or if it's the flute, or if it's just Reiki music, relaxing and listening to healing music is really going to be helpful for you. So that's what I have for you. That is what is most important. Self-care. Mhm. Yeah, and stress, lots of stress. Yeah. Yep. Susan, it's time to take care of you. That's that's what they want you to do, is to put yourself first. Thank you very much for being here. All the best to you. Carolyn is next, and I see the to-do list. Thank you. I think it's the Taoist to-do list. The Dallas. I can't read these things sometimes. Thank you very much, the Dallas, for your super sticker. That was really very kind of you. Yeah. Thanks, Leona. You're so sweet. All right. So Carolyn is here. And this is going to be the last reading for today, you guys. Uh, I'm going to be back with Valerie later on this afternoon. She would love a message from her mother-in-law, Frances. I think you two had fun together. She showed me the first thing I saw was like an outdoor movie. You know what a drive-in movie? That I don't know why she would show me drive-in movies, but she was fun. She was young at heart. I feel like she loved the movies. I feel like she was like a kid at heart, but she loved the grandkids. And she wants to congratulate you, Carolyn, for your spiritual journey and your opening up to your awareness and doing all of your self work. She's saying that she's really very proud of you that you were able to move through these difficult energies in this lifetime. So if we can do the work in this lifetime, it will exponentially benefit us when we get to the other side. That if we have grudges, if we have, you know, opposition or things that we don't address or put off in this life, it does not help us. That we go on to the other side, and then our next lifetime around, we're going to have to repeat that again. We're going to be faced with a similar situation and faced with healing and doing the difficult work ourselves. So she's really very happy that you were able to take care of um, this growth in this lifetime, so that you it's almost like you went through a transition. And she's saying your awareness and your it's like you've graduated. She's saying that it's not like you're not the person you used to be, but that you have so much more at your disposal and more clarity. She just is saying what an immense accomplishment, and she's congratulating you on your accomplishment. And she's saying that she's so grateful that you have this magic in your life. And she wants to thank you for loving her son and for being a, a good friend to her. I feel as though she just seemed a little young. I don't know if she passed when she was younger, but she just seems very young at heart. And this is the way she wants to come through to me. And she's a hard worker, and I feel like but she's showing me stuff about the movies. I don't know. Frances loved to take drives and enjoy the beautiful nature. That was that was like her drive-in movies. Oh, okay. So she would see nature and okay, I see what you mean. Wow. She's just really very proud. They can see our light. They can see our soul. They can see our trials and tribulations and our accomplishments, achievements, and how things have changed your perspective, and you've grown and you've let go. All of these things. Okay, 78, but very lighthearted. Hmm. Well, she's telling me she was young. Yeah, like nothing. Um, I don't see her as being infirmed for very long. I feel like uh, she was she lived a full life, and then if she was ill, it was very quick, or something happened. I don't see her as being invalid or infirmed for very long, because she's coming through with such vigor. And even, sometimes they just don't want to show us that part. They want to focus on the part where they're the strongest. She said that she does kiss her son on his forehead. So if he feels this, and she said that you have a home that welcomes her visiting. She just wants to send you many blessings and lots of love. I feel like you two got along well together, as well as mother-in-laws can. She's showing me like covered dishes and recipes. Like this is what she was all about. Oh gosh, she said she had a hematoma from a fall and passed very quickly. Yeah, she's grateful for that. Like I know that it's hard, but she did not want to be waited on. She did not want to be a burden. She did not, this was something that um, it was like a blessing in disguise. And she just didn't want to be a burden. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Carolyn, for connecting to your mother in law, Frances. Thank you very much. And thank you, everybody, for being here, especially the Taoist, for your kind and generous super sticker. That was very nice of you. And thank you, Christine Thomas, for being the moderator extraordinaire. I really appreciate all your support. Yeah, and this is the end of the show. It's over an hour. Oh no, it's just coming up on an hour. But I'm going to be back again later today, so that will be all for today. Thank you again, and please do come on over and check out my events page on my. Let me just show this. This is my events page on my website, and you'll it's let me just do this right here. You'll see events, and if you want to book an appointment, you can come here. If you want to contact me or email me, you can contact me here. And then this is my events page, and this is the next event that's coming up. It's the evidential mediumship demonstration. It's a gallery style, which is it's a Zoom event, and we'll have people we'll call in your loved ones and bring through messages from your loved ones, but we will not be taking, it won't be questions from you. It'll be your loved ones coming through first. And it's sort of like the old way that mediumship used to be done. And we'll start describing somebody and tell you about who's here, a father energy, or somebody who had, was a musician and things like this. And then we'll do it that way. It's going to be lots of fun. It'll be with Wisdom Seeker Joan and Gerald from Terror Stash, and myself will be together doing it. And the event is a free event. And you can just click on this attend button and just fill out your name and email address. And when you go through that process, it will email you a link to this event. So you can wait and decide to attend, up to an hour before the event if you'd like, just as long as you're going to. Some people's email only refreshes every 2 hours, so just make sure you know how often your email refreshes. And we do ask that everybody plans to arrive 10 minutes before the start time, because we'll be starting promptly. And this is at 1 p.m. Eastern, and I guess that's 10 a.m. Pacific. And that is on Sunday, December 14th. I also am offering, if anybody wants to come in and check out the psychic study practice on Sunday, December 14th at 5 p.m., you can join here and come in for one practice group and see if it's something for you. Otherwise, I do offer the practice group in batches, like a summer and a fall and spring, packages. And then again, on Sunday, December 28th at 3 p.m. Eastern, I have my chakra healing workshop, and that is also available. So thank you all very much for coming. Thank you for all of your questions, all of your support, especially you, Christine Thomas. You're so sweet. And Leona, you guys are so sweet. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you again. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.